Jim Stevens and Kazoom Productions back with you here at the 2011 ITSF World Cup and World Championships in Nantes, France, as we bring you the men's singles final in a good matchup here in the finals area. It'll be a gentleman from Belgium versus a player from Germany. Of course, the gentleman from Belgium that we refer to, none other than Mr. Frédéric Collignon. The German, in this case, will be the outstanding player, Ruben Heinrich. There you see him. His home table will be tech ball. Frédéric Collignon will compete on the Roberto Sport table. One best 3 games out of 5 match, games played to 5 to determine who will be the 2011 singles champion. And of course, Frédéric Collignon, everything that can be said about him has already been said. The greatest player in the history of the sport. Out of Belgium, he'll be competing, as we said, on the Roberto Sport table once again here this year. Collignon, a runner-up in men's singles last year, losing to the American Ryan Moore. But this is an event that he has dominated over the last, nearly a decade now. The ITSF World Championships, I guess 7 years now, and Collignon has won 6 of those World Championships, losing only last year, as we said, to Ryan Moore. Referees for the match, Yuri Otten and the timer Heinz Kiesling. We'll get things underway on Heinrich's home table, the tech ball, and here we go. 2 pin shooters, 2 guys who shoot the ball very differently. Ruben likes to get his nose right down in there. There you see it. Crouch down. He likes to look for the corners. He can also, of course, hit that middle. Try to go to the near corner here. Collignon, who is so quick defensively, makes the block and takes it away and begins to work the ball up the table. Frédéric Collignon, just a masterful player. Has done everything there is to do in the world of table soccer, except for one thing. He has not yet won a World Cup title with his team Belgium. But you have to think somewhere down the road that's going to happen. But a man who has dominated on the American tour, and certainly here in Europe on all the different tables. Heinrich. Again, Collignon is there. No score, just getting this first game underway in this international multi-table format. We'll start off on the tech ball table, then move over for the second game to Frédéric Collignon's home table, the Roberto Sport. Back to tech ball, and then if need be, we'll go back to Roberto Sport, and if it does go 5 games, of course, that 5th game played on both tables. Watch here as Heinrich gets on the scoreboard first. Collignon got a couple of pieces of it, but it drops in, and Ruben up 1-0. Frédéric Collignon, always a tough matchup for anyone that competes against him. He has it all. He has a great 5-rod, a great 3. He's great defensively. He is extremely quick going rod to rod. And he looks to tie it up here. And he does, as he hammers that one home to the far side. It's 1-1. Watch here as he waits and then drills it. The men's singles final here at the 2011 ITSF World Championships. Of course, later this week, the World Cup event, the team event. Heinrich again will look for the lead, but Collignon out there on that far side of the goal and quickly shoots it. Comes back towards Collignon's goal. He keeps it out and gains possession of it. Fred usually will look to pass, although also a very good shooter back there, of course, and he can shoot with the left hand. Doesn't connect on this pass, picked up by Heinrich, who sends it off the back wall, then grabs it on his 3-rod. Ruben, crouching, looking. Tried again to go to the far side. Collignon just simply not going to give it to him. Heinrich again, and Collignon again. Boy, Frédéric Collignon so quick, so great at anticipating where the opponent's going to shoot the ball. Making it look easy, really. It's 1-1 here in the first game. Again, Collignon working the ball, 2-rod to 5. 5-3. And it's always a problem. One of the things that makes Collignon such a tough matchup. Heinrich makes the block on the first effort. And again, Collignon this time, I believe, cut that one back slightly down the middle. Watch here as Fred sets it up, looks, and does indeed cut that one back. So Collignon has surged ahead 2-1 here in game number 1. But the thing that makes it so difficult in these multi-table events to play against Frédéric Collignon is that even though, in this case, the tech ball is Ruben Heinrich's home table, Frédéric Collignon is a world champion on this table, and more than once, a multi-world champion on tech ball, and he's going to call timeout here. Belgium versus Germany. Collignon versus Heinrich for the 2011 Men's Singles World Championship. Collignon will put it back into play. Fred will get another opportunity here. He's already up 2-1 in a game that you would think Ruben Heinrich really must have to have any chance at all to defeat the great Belgian. And coming back near side after a little bit of a fake is Collignon. It's now 3-1. Watch here. He gives a fake one way and then comes back to the near corner. And that's really the strength of any great pin series, is the ability to get the opponent off a hole, to fake and then get to that hole in the opposite direction with great quickness. Ruben Heinrich is going to his secondary shot, the pull shot, and has it blocked and taken away by Collignon. Now, I'm not sure that at this point Ruben needs to do that. His pin shot's certainly better than his pull shot. And the shots that Collignon was blocking were very good shots. Collignon just happened to be there guessing right. Collignon now surging ahead 4-1 as he finds the far side of the goal. Frédéric Collignon leading 4-1 on Ruben Heinrich's home table. Nice pass through the lane here by Ruben. Back to the pin shot, I think wisely. Collignon basically racing him to a corner, showing him the corners, then racing him. That one was not executed. Ruben will, however, get another opportunity, and he finds the back of the goal here. Ruben Heinrich cuts the lead to 2. Collignon guessing completely far side, and you can take chances, of course, when you're up 4-1 in a game, and Fred did and paid for it. It's now 4-2. That one bounces towards the goal, picked up on the rebound by Collignon, who can win the opening game. As he sets it up, strokes it home, it's 1-0. Frédéric Collignon closes out the opening game by hitting the near side of the goal. He leads 1-0. Fred very disappointed last year when he lost in singles and also lost in the men's doubles competition. This year looking to redeem himself, looking to regain the singles championship that was his for so many years. And there you see the Belgians looking on. Ruben Heinrich hoping for some German support, and there are Germans. You see him back there in the white coats and the white jackets. But not a lot for Ruben to cheer about in that first game.
Okay, that's right.
Here we go. Second game underway. Ruben Heinrich, we'll see what kind of a game he has on the Roberto Sport, but Collignon able to knock that one in. It's 1-0. This is Collignon's home table. Watch here. The pass attempt up the middle and then slapped right back into the goal by Collignon, who, as we mentioned, is just supremely quick. He's up a game, up a goal here in game 2. Ruben able to brush this one through. Heinrich. Try to come near side. Collignon eases out there to make the block. Boy, Fred makes it very difficult for the opponent to score because he is able to usually beat you to the hole that he is showing to you. He is a great racer. Frédéric Collignon looking for a 2-0 lead here and gets it. He fakes, wiggles, and then drills the near corner. It's 2-0. There's the fake and the score. 1-0 lead for Frederic Collignon. 2-0 lead for the Belgian as well. And with the left hand on the rebound, Heinrich able to stab it in, and we hear from the Germans in the crowd as they have a little something to cheer about. Watch here. Ruben, quick reactions of his own. It's 2-1 now in favor of Collignon. Fred able to pass it along the near wall. And that one's going to roll to a stop, and Heinrich will put it back into play in the goal area. Ruben really needs to steal this game. We will go back to his home table in game number 3, but again, it's a table that Frederic Collignon is a multi-world champion on. Setting it up here is Collignon. Fred takes his time and will call time out. Frederic Collignon will step back to the table. Big crowd watching once again here in Nantes. Always so exciting to come here to this beautiful French city. Collignon putting it back into play. Leading 2-1, leading 1-0. Heinrich with a block. That one skies up in the air to the other end of the table, and Collignon grabs it and quickly begins to work it back up the table. Fred will get another chance here, and it's what makes him so dangerous is the fact that he, most of the time, has possession of the ball, whether it's a goal on the 5 or on the 3. In this case, he's able to get it to his 3 and quickly convert to the far side. But Fred usually wins the battle of time of possession. Because he is passing the ball from 2 to the 5, he usually knows it's going to end up on his 5, and then he'll usually take his time, although not on this occasion, before passing. Heinrich steals it and quickly advances it. Ruben Heinrich will look to cut the lead to 1. Ruben tried to come near side. That one went wide of the goal, and again, it looked like Collignon had that side completely covered. That one's going to roll to a dead stop. Referee Yuri Otten helps to put the ball back into play for Collignon, who leads 1-0, 3-1 here in game 2. That one spins to the 3-rod of Collignon.
Set.
Shot near side. Blocked by Heinrich. Comes back to Fred. Collignon can't grab that pass. Heinrich steps back there to retrieve it. Now using the left hand on the 2-rod, works it to his 5. Will step into the forward position and work it to his 3. So right now, Ruben Heinrich giving Fred a little bit of his own medicine. Let's see if he can put it in the back of the goal. And that one off the far post. Looked like the hole might have been there. Rebound comes back, stabbed and grabbed by Fred. Collignon's quick shot near side. Ruben with a block. Collignon again. And Ruben again. And we're going to get a stoppage here. There's a jar called on Frederic Collignon on the follow-through of the shot. He did jam the outside wall, never gave Ruben a chance to grab it on the 5. I think that's a good call by referee Yuri Otten. Heinrich's going to get a possession out of it. Heinrich will set up the pull shot, then spray it wide. And again, I think Ruben needlessly going to that secondary shot. I really don't think his pull shot is good enough to score on Collignon. I think his pin shot is. It's just a matter of selecting the right hole, and he picks the hole here with a 5. So he has scored one with the 2 and one with the 5 here on the Roberto Sport. This is an intentional play where he brings it over and sends it back to that short corner. It's 3-2 now in favor of the Belgian. Frederic Collignon won the opening game on Ruben Heinrich's home table. We are on Collignon's home table, the Roberto Sport, and he is up 3-2, but he can't hold on to the pass here. And let's see what Ruben elects to do. Trying to shoot perhaps there with the 5. Rebound comes back to him. Using the left hand to pass. Doing a good job in the time of possession area right now. Again, that brush up pass, he really works it nicely on the Roberto Sport. Looking to tie it at 3. Heinrich. Stokes it home far side. So he had scored 1 from the 2, 1 from the 5, and now 1 from the 3. And this might have been the best shot of the match for Ruben Heinrich, who took it all the way out to that far corner to even it up at 3 apiece. Collignon. In these sorts of situations, usually Fred responds. A bit fortunate to get that pass through, however. And he's going to call a second timeout. Frederic Collignon led 3-1 in this second game. Ruben Heinrich scored 1 with the 5 and then a really nice one to the far corner with his shooting rod, his 3-rod. And he has tied it up. And now the German crowd's starting to get involved.
Second time, Mark.
Collignon will put the ball back into play as he sets it up and looks to take the lead here in game 2. Collignon. So, sent home to the far side. It's 4-3. Big shot by Collignon, who took his time and then powered it into the far corner of the goal. Ruben Heinrich, and you would think Ruben must have this goal. And one more, ideally. He really needs to win this second game. Collignon stole on his table. He needs to steal back if he can. He can move one step closer to doing that as he sets it up. Try to come near side here, and it's blocked away. Comes back to Ruben, who will reset. And that one's going to get in. It's 4-4. Ruben Heinrich has evened it up at 4 by really taking this one deep to the corner and eventually dropping in. 4-4 here in the second game. There has never been a better player at 4-4 than Frederic Collignon. It is as simple as that. When you win as many world championships, as many major titles as Frederic Collignon has, you have to win a lot of 4-4 games, and he has done that over the years better than anyone. Does not have a timeout remaining as he looks to take a 2-0 lead. Collignon tried to come back near side, blocked, and then grabbed off that back wall again by Fred. Tough break for Ruben, who made the nice block initially, but Collignon smokes it to the far side. It's 2-0, and back over to the tech ball table we go. Watch this. All the way out there, beating Heinrich to the punch. And Frederic Collignon now just a game away from regaining the ITSF men's singles world title. Disappointing second game loss for Ruben Heinrich, who felt like he was in it, playing well, thought his way back to even it at 4. Made a block on the first attempt by Collignon, but could not capture the rebound. Fred was able to grab it, score it, and secure the 2-0 lead. So we step back to the tech ball table. Collignon needing just one more win to earn the 2011 Men's Singles World Championship. Ruben Heinrich on his home table will put it into play. Rubin tried to go through the lane, the block, and then the save by Collignon. Fred will work it up the table. 2 rod to 5 rod. Five rod to 3. He'll now look to go from his 3 rod to the back of the goal. That quick flip over to the far side was blocked and taken away by Heinrich. His left-handed effort is stolen right back by Collignon, who quickly converts down the middle. You'll see Fred do that a lot, where he gains possession of the ball and quickly goes to that tap middle, where you fake a corner and then bring it right back down the center part of the goal. It is a deadly weapon, and one that works in that situation probably 95% of the time. 1-0 lead for Collignon. Ruben Heinrich could use this one. Ruben hammers home that far side. Boy, he really gets it out there deeply to that far corner. We saw Collignon block a couple of these early, but this one way out there and in. That was a beautiful shot by Heinrich. Dead man. Back comes Collignon. 1-1 here in the third game. Jim Stevens happy to be here in Nantes, France to bring you the men's singles final. Collignon fakes far, comes near. It's 2-1. Always coming at you. You see the fake and the shot. Ruben Heinrich. Rocking. And coming down the middle here, I believe. It looked like Fred was there for the most part, and Ruben might have cut that one just a little bit. Let's have another look at it. Did he split or did he go to the corner? Oh, he went to the corner. What a great shot. Ruben hitting another corner, this one on the near side. He's tied it up at 2. 2 great shots from Ruben Heinrich here in this third game. Unfortunately, it has only tied it up for him. That's Collignon also shooting it well. Fred's going to get another opportunity here as he looks to regain the lead. Collignon tried to take it back to that far side. This time, Ruben there to make the block. Defensively against a pin shot like Collignon's, where he relies on those fakes. Sometimes it's better not to even look at what he's doing. You want to just go through your defense, be in the right places. But if you're looking at him, he can fake you off the hole. If you're quick enough to overcome it, okay. But if not, it's sometimes worth a try to just basically look at your men. That way you don't react to the fakes. Easier said than done, of course. Reset called. Collignon's pass attempt blocked by Heinrich. Second effort goes along that near wall. Fred. Strokes it home. It's 3-2. Frederic Collignon continuing to shoot it very well. This time, he found the near corner. Collignon leading 3-2, leading 2 games to nothing. Ruben can't connect on the pass. Collignon got a piece of it. Now Fred will begin to work it up the table. Instead, it gets all the way through to Ruben Heinrich in the goal area. Ruben has passed it 2 rod to 5 rod very well in this match. Now it's Fred's turn at goal. Working it up the table is Collignon. Again, this is that time of possession. He's had it since the initial block and save. Works it to the 5, to the 3, and to the back of the goal. It is World Championship point for Frederic Collignon. Fred really with a great possession, culminated by that one to the far corner. Leading 4-2. Collignon needing just one more goal to regain the World Singles Championship. Heinrich. Swings, misses, and then calls timeout. Ruben Heinrich trying to stay alive. Trailing by 2 games, trailing by 2 goals here in the 3rd game against the world's greatest player. Watch here again as Collignon drilling that far corner. What a beautiful shot that was, and that has moved him within 1 of victory. Ruben Heinrich putting it into play, looking to cut the lead to 1. He has gone dead man both sides so far in this game, and he finds the hole down the middle here. He has not played poorly. He has actually played quite well and had to play very well to get into this situation. Earlier he went far corner, then near corner, and then finds it again near corner here, although not nearly as deep as the previous effort, which made it really look like a split initially. But it remains World Cup, World Championship point for Frédéric Collignon, who will call timeout. Frédéric Collignon, as we mentioned, has dominated the men's singles competition at the World Championships ever since it was held in the mountains of northern Italy in St. Vincent. 2 years ago, in 2009, Fred was not here. Yannick Correa won the World Singles Championship. Last year, Ryan Moore beat Fred in the final, his first loss ever at the World Championships in singles, and he has a chance to win it right here. Collignon. We'll call a second and final timeout. Frédéric Collignon wants to make sure that he is focused, that he puts something aggressively on goal with authority. Generally speaking, he does that on every possession. One thing he also does very well is use his timeouts, usually 2 per game. Collignon will put it back into play. For the win, for the World Championship, the Belgian, Frédéric Collignon. Strokes it back to the near side. In 3 straight games, Frédéric Collignon defeats Ruben Heinrich to win the 2011 ITSF Men's Singles World Championship. The final point was a fake and a goal. And again, Frédéric Collignon is the king of the world. Collignon won the opening game on the tech ball table 5-2, then 5-4 on his home table at Roberto Sport, and then another 5-2 win in game number 3 to secure the title and claim the World Championship, a title that he held for so many years. Another great Frédéric Collignon performance.